The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. I got you.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Lock 80. Check. Watch the defense. Hey, alert. Kill. 77.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger, letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Now it's Roethlisberger.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
First down, 49ers.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Really nice pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and short, and you figure, let's go ahead and run it again. But, boy.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They start with a give to counter. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose runner pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Blue 30.
Check. Watch 54.
22, 44.
Drop deep. Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 5-4.
King.
Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Garoppolo throwing deep here for Coleman. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interception. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 40 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The drive will start with Connor. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 64 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Begin.
Alert.
Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Eight. Black.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 13 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Garoppolo on first down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Lock 80. 66.
He's cracked.
Hey, alert.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
Black 20.
54 Mike. Watch the run.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Sean Davis with a pick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nix. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Solid, 5 down.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he's got this down to the 35. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Check. 65, 65. White. Patch it. 12, fellas, here we go.
Second and 5 now. Garoppolo. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
On 1st and 10 is counter. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as it...
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he's given his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, let go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. On 2nd and goal. Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, as time expires in the first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, Charlie!
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
180, 44.
You gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Hey, high 7.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
49ers 14. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Now Roethlisberger over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Well, they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They got a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Ready? Black 20. Squirrel.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And caught. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Like 80.
54. Come on. You better bring it.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Oh, but he's going to be met behind the line and taken down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Coleman has it here right side. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Here we go. 180.
Watch tight end. You got 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock making him do it that way, didn't they?
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 46, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Here's Garoppolo to throw. This is Coleman with the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and that will get him 1 closer. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. On the crossing route, complete. It's Connor. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Haywood!
Roethlisberger will throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 21 yards away. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And my goodness, another interception. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Go!
Roethlisberger going to throw it. And McDonald here over the middle. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Black 20.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner taking it in. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Here we go. Wait, 80.
Right there in the middle. 55. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Garoppolo on first down. Completes it to Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side, complete. That's Coleman. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different